I knew he was gonna do that jab. Ah, rip. When yeah, on night one with Strider, it took me over 2 hours to discover that I had a wall jump. That's part of why. That's part of why I hated the game on night one. You can say that again. Spoiler definition is quite strict, but that's part of the fun, right? Greg says. Well, see, that's the thing. Is like if I had beat the whole game, and then like, I mean, it's not possible. Well, it might be possible, but it actually might be possible. No, probably not. Anyway, if I beat the whole game of Strider and then found out there was a wall kick after I'd finished the game, that's like my dream situation. It's like, that's part of why I try to play so blind, is I want my first playthroughs to be secret challenge runs just because I don't know something about the game. I hope I refrain from too many tips. You could say press start to play the game, and he would say no spoilers, Lasercat says. Have I ever been stuck on a title screen? That might have happened. I'm undecided on which behavior is more self-destructed. Frownie's no spoilers policy or crystal meth addiction, Zergling says. That's rough. That's rough. Cows, welcome in. Good to have you with us, my friend. Hope you're doing well. One game I never understood was Legacy of the Wizard on NES. I haven't played that one yet. I would be up for giving that one a try. But yeah, I don't know too much about it because I haven't tried it yet. I like that game. Can be confusing to find your way through in some cases. I agree, Greg says. Is Legacy of the Wizard connected to Xanadu? Are they part of the same series? I feel like someone told me that they are. No? Yes? I got the exact opposite information. Dragon Slayer in Japan. In Japan, they're part of the same series. Okay, because I really liked Xanadu. All the ties between them was removed here, though. Been learning Dragon Fighter, hard game. I don't know that one either. What genre of game is Dragon Fighter? Is it like a platformer or shooter or adventure? Don't think I've heard of that game. Or I've forgotten if I had. It's a platformer. Platformer, fighter, and shooter. And transform into a dragon and shoot. Yeah, I don't think I've come across that one. It's on the NES. Great game. You should try it sometime. I just might. I've been playing a lot of NES games, I feel like, lately. We just did Superman not that long ago. I finally finished Dragon's Lair on the NES, and now we're doing Strider, and of course Punch-Out. We've been pretty NES focused for a while. Went back into speedrunning. Conquest of the Crystal Palace, too. I've heard of that one, but I haven't played it. Good luck with the runs. I'm not much of a speedrunner. I like to try and do challenge playthroughs, but I usually don't really aim for time. I usually just try to aim for like no deaths. The only game I've ever done like real speedrunning of was Castlevania The Adventure on the Game Boy. I was thoroughly mediocre at it. The very middle of the leaderboard kind of times. But I had fun. It's really like a pretty slow and janky game, so it was the perfect speedrunning title for me. My time to 40 minutes, but my speedrun back in the day was 17 minutes, so I need to get better. I hope it comes back to you swiftly. Yeah, the only speedruns Frownie has under his belt are games no one else was willing to bother beating. Uh, that that's kind of true on the one hand, but they're like I have finished games. I have finished games in the past that there are no runs for. So like technically I could have the fastest time, but the thing is that but the thing is that like with any of those games that I can think of, I haven't done it in one session. Like they've been like horrible experiences I had to beat across several nights. So it's not really a run unless you want to unless you want to count like all of the like 24-hour breaks. I really want to learn Karnov and beat it. I've never played that game either. I hear that's a good one to play in November, though. Apparently, there's a lot of people that like to celebrate Carnovember. It seems that you know a big chunk of the NES library that I'm really unfamiliar with. Don't remember much about it. Played it once or twice back in the day, Greg says. Been watching a lot of runners for the past 15 years. Was part of the best of NES years ago. Is there a genre of game that you like a lot on the NES? I really like platformers. Generally speaking, um, like run and gun type stuff. So like I really like Contra and Super C. Um, Most of the Mega Man games I'm not super familiar with, but like I haven't played them multiple times, but I enjoy them. Um, like I like the Mario games, and uh, I like Ghosts and Goblins a lot. So those are the kind of things that I usually aim for on the NES. I'm so bad at Contra, but I love that stuff too. I'm pretty decent at Contra. Contra is one of those, like, it's I know it's like it's a really hard game, but it really clicked with me. I was a latecomer to it too. The first time I ever played it was when I played it on the stream a few years ago, and it was kind of like love at first sight. Like where's this game been all my life? Because I really immediately enjoyed it. And so I've spent I play that one pretty regularly. In fact, I'm going to play it in 2 nights again because on April 23rd I always play Contra games. So we'll play Contra and Super C, and then we'll play a new one. I don't know which one yet, but just one of them I've never played before. We'll start up. I always do that. I always do that on April 23rd because that's April 23rd is William Shakespeare's birthday, and since the two guys from Contra are named after Shakespeare, I think it's always good to play Contra games on his birthday. Zelda and early RPGs for me, Greg says. RPGs like intimidate me at the best of times, and NES RPGs really scare me. Uh, would you ever try Contra Rogue Core, the more modern one? It's okay as a B action game. I think we played that, Laser Cats. I think I tried it for an hour or so one night. And if I'm thinking of the right game, I think I did try it, and I did not like it. RPGs scare me just because of like how big they are typically, but then also like NES games are so super cryptic that I'm really scared to try. I'm really scared to try a lot of NES RPGs just because it's like this game's gonna be really cryptic and it's gonna be really long. So if I try a blind playthrough, I'm gonna be stuck for 1,000 hours. That's what I'm always afraid of. Most of the fan base hated the new one. The Operation Galuga or whatever it was called. That's a shame. I tried to stay. I've tried to stay in the dark about that game because I want my first playthrough to be a fresh experience when I do play it. Oh, I moved right into his punch. I do that too many times. That's a very valid fear, Cal says. True, many NES games are known for being overly cryptic, can't deny that. One NES game that I think pretty fondly of is Air Fortress. That might be, you know, because a lot of my like picks for like NES games that I really like are gonna be like the pretty like typical like things that most people would pick as like the best games. Like I don't have a lot of like deep cuts and like obscure choices, but like Air Fortress might be one of the stronger ones. I think about that game more and more fondly, even though I didn't have the smoothest time during my playthrough of it. I I like the game. I grow fonder of the game in my memory of it whenever I think about it. Operation Galuga was fun, but I think more fans liked it compared to Road Core. Road Core is the one that the fan base hated. Yeah, I didn't really like it that much. I had a pretty rough time when I sampled it. Saying most fans hate it means nothing to me. Lifelong fan of Zelda 2 and Castlevania 2, Greg says. I'm definitely with you on Zelda 2. Oh, I think we have another raid coming in. We do. Rush Pirate, ahoy! Thank you for the raid, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Was Tuesday night. Is Tuesday night? Was it a tactical Tuesday? Love to hear what you were working on. Hope you had a good stream. Jessica, welcome in. Moosey, welcome in. Oh. Sorry, I can't look away for very long. CC, welcome in. Oh no. Oh. I thought I was never going to get to throw another punch. Alright, things took a turn for the worse there. Did is playing Final Fantasy 3, not 6. Oh, so were you playing the NES version or were you playing a re-release? Thank you. Thank you very much for the raid. Very grateful to have you here. We're trying to get I'm trying to get 14 KOs in Punch Out. KOs or TKOs all in one run. And I've gotten pretty close twice. I had one run that could have made it, but my Tyson fight was not very good. So it's been a little bit of a rough night with the attempts tonight, but I know I can do it. I've been so close that it's basically inevitable. A Mighty Collector, welcome in. Thank you for being here as well. It's just the only question is how much time is it going to take before I get the run. Good game, Greg says. I've only played Mystic Quest and Final Fantasy Adventure so far. I know that Adventure is not a real Final Fantasy game. I did sample a little bit of Final Fantasy VI on the Super Nintendo at one point. But not enough to really remember or have an opinion about the game. I was basically using it as a test for an emulation experiment. Oh. Bald Bull is bald by choice. Kind of. He's not bald because he lost his hair. He's bald because his barber shaved it all off. So he is bald by choice, but not his choice. Let's go. We had a very unsatisfactory round one, but round two it's just fine. His defenses. They can't break through his defenses. Will you swing at me? Oh, this guy, he's so annoying. Oh. It was a different pattern. It was never going to let me break through. Nope. Dodged too early. Oh my goodness. That was the exact opposite of the Sandman fight we had earlier. Join the Nintendo Fun Club today. Oh my goodness. You know, my little emote guy there does the like V for victory, aka peace sign. I don't know what the difference is, if there is any difference, but this is a hand gesture I never use in real life. I don't know. I don't know when, if ever, I've ever raised a V for victory in my daily life. I use the thumbs up a lot, though. Me either. I only ever use it in photos, Cow says. I feel like I use the thumbs up because, like, I feel like whenever, like, I'm in a restaurant and then, like, someone comes over to ask me if, like, everything is okay, that, like, that only ever happens when I'm, like, in the middle of chewing a big bite of something, so I have to give the thumbs up in response. I was thinking of Japan, how they use the V for victory in photos. I use a thumbs up, my thumb is double jointed. So it probably looks weird to people when it bends backward. Definitely been in that situation. he got me. Macho's spin attack is really rough. I just have a tough time locking in on the timing of it. Even after dozens, if not hundreds of times fighting him. My confidence level is still super low against that move. But everything else, in every other way, he's really just a deluxe soda pop. So if you just... Maybe just think about him like soda pop for the rest of the fight. It's not too bad. Here we go. Third Tyson of the night. Let's go. He hit me. Rip the damageless Tyson. Good start. Good start. Got the day off from work because of the town my job is in. The water was shut off, so I had to close early. It's amazing how many things you can't do when the water is shut off. Happens a lot in my apartment building. Especially your frequent hand washer. Yeah, I definitely fall into that camp. Why did he fall down? That was great. I wish he'd do that more often. Wow, that was very close to TKO in round 2. That was very close. Now I get to blunder round 3 horribly and not get the run. Oh, I can see into the future. And it's bleak. I got really lucky with some of those blocks and dodges there. Really lucky. Oh, no! Let's go! TKO! Victory! We got the 14! Let's go! Challenge complete, my friends. Oh my goodness. That was pretty good. Did he only knock me down once in that whole fight? I think he might have only knocked me down once at the end. That was pretty good. That was almost a no knockdown Tyson, I think. We've done it. Thank you. Thank you for the GGs. Thank you, Cows, VHS, Greg, Zergling, EC. Yeah, almost no knockdowns. Really close. Called it right at the start. I'm glad you were right. I'm glad I was wrong. Well, next I need to check out that special circuit that, Victory! There we go.